Now that you've decided to join a LARP, which is the right decision, you're probably asking yourself, what LARPs are there? What different types of LARPs are there for me to choose from? And primarily they boil down into two separate types of LARPs, combat and social LARPs. Combat LARPs will generally involve you using buffers. The live action part of LARPing is that you are going to actively go and hit someone with a sword. At least that's the live action part in most combat types of LARPs. Now, the buffers vary from LARP to LARP. Some can be heavier, some can be lighter, some can be more like a game of tag, and some can be closer to football. You have to decide what level of combat and intensity and physical interaction that you want. Now that doesn't mean that combat LARPs are only combat. There are other aspects to LARP. You can gain recognition for being able to craft fine materials. You can gain recognition for helping out your local game by making events easier to plan, helping out with those events, and also you can be recognized through various roleplay. Now generally in combat LARPs, roleplay is less important. Roleplay is more up to you. You could go out and say, hey, I'm Wizzo, let's fight. Or you could go out and say, hello, I am Wizzo, a wizard who has this backstory, yada yada yada, and go deep and in depth into your character. Combat LARPs generally leave the roleplay up to you. Social LARPs are a little bit different. They try to act out the roleplay of your character through your own interactions. They are more geared towards you interacting with another person and going through a situation based on your wit and character. Your background is much more important in these social types of LARPs, and you generally do not encounter buffer weapons. How do you resolve any conflict, you might ask? Well, a great example is in the Mind's Eye Society, or what many people know as Vampire. People play a game of rock, paper, scissors to resolve different conflicts. And we'll get into that when we get into more Mind's Eye, the Mind's Eye section. But social LARPs generally do not involve any physical contact. In combat LARPs, you had almost no roleplay necessary, but in social LARPs, you will need to have that full backstory. You will need to embody your character. And while you could walk out into the field on a combat LARP and say, hey, I'm Wizzo, let's fight, in a social LARP, you embody that person. You end up saying that I am Wizzo and I'm this crafty wizard. You then don't break your character. You stay in character and be that person. Which LARP is best for you? Would you prefer a more combat-focused LARP or a more social-focused LARP? And why? Leave it in the comments below so that we can get this discussion rolling. Remember, we upload on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and if you want to stay informed about LARPs and learn more about them, hit that subscribe button and ding that notification bell.